I'm convinced that if Apple made a mechanical keyboard, this could be it. This is the Nos75 by Nuphy, the brand that brought you the Air series of low-profile keyboards, back again, now exploring the premium segment, showing off all of what they've got with the Nos75. Oh, and it's my first time with a low-profile keyboard. My question is, how does it stack up? Let's find out. Before anything else, I have to disclose that Nuphy sent this over to me for an honest review, but that will not hinder anything from what I say. They are seeing this video at the same time as you do. With all of that out of the way, let's start opening the box, of which you first get the installation guide, as well as the quick start guide, tucked in its own compartment. Next to that is the board itself, secured by a big Nuphy branded microfiber cloth. We'll take a look at the board later. For now, let's see the other contents of the box, of which you have the coiled USB Type-C cable. All of the mounting options we'll take a look at later, a keycap and switch puller combo, as well as a precision screwdriver with a specific bit needed for disassembling the board. Finally, let's take a look at the board itself. I've got mine in the silver colorway, but other colors include the black, the blue, the green, as well as a pink variant. First impressions, it looks so stunning and heavy. The matte finish on the board lends itself to looking like an Apple product as well. Since this is a bare bones board, I'll quickly build this up with what Nuphy has supplied, those being the Gateron X Nuphy N1 switches, as well as the Maya imprint low profile keycaps. The stabs are already pre-installed, and as of checking, it's defaulted with the silicone socks for mounting, so we'll be building with that config first. Nuphy also sent in the PVD weight, so I'll be changing that on the back. The board is easy to disassemble, with 4 screws holding the unit together, and with the included tool, you wouldn't be needing any extra accessories. With the board built up, let's get the basics out of the way first. The Nos75 is an exploded 75% low-profile keyboard, encased in a CNC aluminum body with slick curves and sides, almost replicating the look of an Apple design language. Layout-wise, it resembles a Keychron Q1, removing one key from near the arrow cluster and replacing the otherwise popular knob on the top right with another key. This is my second favorite layout for the 75, besides the mode sonnet layout, and overall, it looks quite the part. To the sides, we see the cylindrical profile of the board, along with an LED indicator for the caps lock and accent lighting. On the back, we see the Type-C port, and on the rear, we see a spot for a squircle-shaped PVD weight, which by default ships with an aluminum weight, both of which adds heft to the board, 1.9 kilograms with a PVD weight to be exact. This keyboard isn't designed to be portable or light, even though it's a low-profile keyboard. It's designed to live in your desk. It's only wired mode, by the way, and that's all fine by me. I just have to applaud the design, as like I said in the intro, this could have been designed by Apple, and I wouldn't question it at all. I know the exploded 75% has been used to death ever since the popularity of the hobby, but this design somehow resonated with me. It looks so professional, sleek, and premium overall, something you'd want to pair up with a MacBook Pro, but sadly, I'm a ThinkPad nerd. Here it is, compared to a normal MX Custom keyboard, the Rack CNAG, and as you can see, the highest point of the Nuphy encompasses only the case portion of the CNAG. It squeezes in nicely below the keycap start of the regular keyboard, making it super thin in nature. You can also see that it has a slope upwards, making it easier to type even with flat profile keycaps. The PCB is nothing to write home about, but it checks all the boxes for what a good PCB should be. It's hot swap with south-facing LEDs, compatible with MX low-profile switches, and it's limited to one layout only. QMK and VIA are supported as well, and it uses the Omni mount directly on the PCB, giving you heaps of options for the mounting style, something we'll explore in depth later. As for mounting, you've got your choice of silicone socket, silicone bean, silicone strip, and top and bottom mount, all included out of the box. We'll certainly try this all out later. For now, let's talk about the switches. The switches I've got are the Nuphy X Gateron N1 Nanos, which are some speed switches with a 50 grams of actuation force. and in actuality, it sounds so nice. Typing-wise, with about a week of daily usage, I was able to easily adapt to the low-profile nature of this keyboard. It feels like typing on my ThinkPad, but with a better key feel, as well as key travel. Will it replace my full-size boards? That's a no. But the low-profile nature of it doesn't make it a con for me. Rather, it's a different feel all entirely. Something I don't mind using on a regular basis. The keycaps that came with this are some Maya imprint keycaps, which are PBT dye sub and made by Nuphy. The colors are vibrant, having a white and grayish theme with blue accents, and the printing quality is great as well. No complaints from me. The kitting is immensely big as well. As I've said earlier, this has implored the use of 4+ mounting styles, all of which change the keyboard sound and feel. Here it is, with the same switches and caps on different mounting styles, to give you a sense of its sound from each. I also chime in with my thoughts on the feel while the sound test is playing. Oh, and Nuphy also sent out the aluminum plate for this board. That sound test will be posted shortly after this video is published. Without further ado, here it is. With the standard gaskets or setup A, you'll get a firm typing experience, probably due to its big surface area in contact with the case itself. It sounds full as well. With the 30A gaskets, it's relatively flexier than the previous setup, and it sounds compressed a bit more. This is likewise true with the next setup, with it being a bit stiffer and harder only. Sound-wise, it remains the same. Setup D, with the full gasket mounting style, sounds the fullest and feels the stiffest of all the gasket style mounting. This one is also the dullest feeling gasket mount implementation. I'd rather have Setup A than this one any day of the week. And finally, for the top mounting, it's the stiffest of all the mounting styles, and it is the one with the most differentiable sound you can hear from this board. This sounds like the Top 75 I've used before, meaning it's resonant and sounds hollow, a feature and not a bug for a top mount design. I actually like this setup, but sound-wise, I still prefer the first setup a bit more. As an avid fan of mechanical switches, specifically the standard size ones, I was a bit skeptical on low-profile keyboards and low-profile switches in general, but the Nos75 proved my assumptions wrong. I wasn't reaching out for my normal keyboard setup, which is the Artifact, and I genuinely enjoyed using this as my primary keyboard on my desktop. Its sleek sides and overall beautiful design shows a great amount of confidence and beauty in my desk, and the overall package is something I admire as well. Overall, for about 200 USD bare bones, it's quite high for a simple single mode keyboard. But again, it's the sum of its parts that makes this a great deal. The nice design, the attention to detail in the mounting system, and the ease of use of the PCB and its assembly make it one of those boards that makes me feel that it's well thought out and well implemented. You have a Mac setup at home or just looking for a premium looking board better than the likes of a Logitech, I'd say go for this. It truly impressed me, and I believe this should be sold to Apple stores as well as a pre-built one along with the likes of the DJIs and Beats of the world. As it is, it comes highly recommended. How about you? Have you tried out low-profile keyboards, and how does it feel compared to normal MXL switches? Let me know down below. I'm John J. Bumaba, and I'll see you in the next video.